like, why would I want to rap? You know, these are the real. I'm like, if it's not for money, it's not for girls, it's not for fame. Like, why am I rapping? Right? That's literally what I'm telling him. And he was like, so he was literally like, everything that you just said, you can just rap about it, and that like was a freeing thing. It was like, oh snap, yeah, I could just rap about my life as a person with a real job and a wife, and I'm not chasing for the same stuff that people are chasing. And then I was like, yo, I don't have a rap name. I'm not going back to my old rap name. So he was like, well, what does it say on Instagram? And it said, call me Ace, because people call me Ace. And he was like, boom, that's your rap name, call me Ace. And I was like, that sounds weird. He was like, so there's a Tribe Called Quest. And I was like, dang, I bet. Then that's my name. And I didn't overthink it. I didn't do it because, again, I wasn't doing it for the same reasons as I was as a kid. It was just like, all right, bet. Well, if I have something to say, then let me say it. And then I started rapping and people started catching. And then the rest was what it was.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, first rap names. I don't want to hear none of y'all's responses. I ain't forget.
Yeah, so I'll give you the real. My first one was Crisis. I didn't like it.
There's a producer named Crisis, though. That's not bad. That's not a bad name.
Crisis. That was my first. I never said this in life.
You know what's crazy? I'm learning a lot of new shit about you, cuzzo. YMCA,
right.
Crisis. Never heard this shit before in my life.
This is what it's about.
People started calling me Mass. I don't know if you know this, cuzzo. So
okay.
I had Massacre as a name, but Massacre. But Mass, people started calling me Massacre. I started sounding like Cassidy in high school. Cassidy was my favorite rapper at that time. He was punchline, heavy smack, DVD Cassidy. It was to the point where I sounded exactly like him. I'll never forget. I don't know if I told you the story, cuzzo. This nigga called me. I had the Nokia Engage. Cassidy called me when he came out with his first album, that type joint.
Okay,
like,
okay.
Hearing about you, B. He's like, Mass and Cass. We supposed to do a song, all types of shit, bro.
Mass and Cass.
I'm in the call with Hayes and his cousin Jason. I got him on speakerphone, bro. Word to mother, bro. So that's why people call me Mass. I sounded like Cassidy so much. So I would battle, rip everybody. I would go on Fordham Road, and it just stuck. So nigga, at 37, people still go outside for eggs. Yo, Mass, what up? Yo, what up, B? it just is what it is.
I like it.
So you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is.
I like it.
So if we're gonna keep it 100, you know what I'm saying?
What do you mean? I told you my capoeira story. What are you talking about?
Keep it a bun, nigga.
If you don't tell me everything right now,
I got you. So it's crazy because I'm from one of the birthplaces of hip hop, but I didn't start rapping at that time. I wasn't really into music because I was in the streets and shit. Once I moved over towards the Soundview section, you know what I'm saying? That's when I started really like getting into music and all that. So I was in the hood in Forest, they call me Bad Chad. You understand what I'm saying? They call me Bad Chad. That was my everybody to this day, all the oldest, they go Bad Chad. That's how they knew me. So when I started rapping, because I was still wilding out, my nickname was Madness. You understand? That was my rap name, Madness, for a real long time, because they like, yo, you are insane. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just the way you bug out in the streets and then you rap, Madness. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that was my first rap name, Madness. And, I carried that for a real long time. You know what I mean?
I love that.
Yeah, man. And it became a party. But what I was going to say was, you was almost close. You met Snoop, right? Snoop, Crip and all that. Instead of Pyro, like, the Pyro, you could have been Pyru Ace. Now that got a ring to it. You know what I'm saying? Pyru Ace would have kind of been like
blood.
I'm just saying though, like, just with the whole culture, creating the character, the culture, the gangbanging thing. I'm saying, like, because they was calling him the Pyro, so it wouldn't have been too much to be like, yo, Pyru Ace. You understand what I'm saying?
I had been mistakenly told, like, when I would say, oh, the Pyro, they think I said Ace the Pyro, and like some people would be like, oh, that's like yay, and other people was like, oh, you're trying to squabble, and I was like, both are incorrect. I said Ace the Pyro. And I got not even trying. I've been pressed. I'm not here. Like, I got cousins in it, you know what I mean? I got cousins and Bloods and all kind of stuff. They told me don't do it. They literally was like, yo, you of all the ones, right? Like, stick to the books and get out of here. So it was one of those ones where it's like, I wanted to do it because my cousins was doing it, but when they told me don't do it, then I wasn't gonna do it. You know what I mean?
Nah, for sure. And we got a lot of comments on Instagram. Shout out to my bro Lamont, man. He on Instagram his first time tuning in. You know what I'm saying? So Lamont, so I'm a Marine, Ace, just so you know. You know what I'm saying? My brother Lamont, we's in the Marines together. You know, getting busy.
Service.
Yeah, appreciate you. So he corrected me. He was like, "Yeah, you was rapping, but the first track you laid down was on the West Coast," which is absolutely fucking true. He's one of the people. He's one of the people when we was in Japan. And I started to rap in Japan, and he was one of the people that really was like, nah, you got to keep going. Like when I say like a motherfucker that really believed in me, he was like, yo, you got to keep going. You got to keep going. And I don't know if you see it, but I'm in my studio right now. You know what I'm saying? I got the monitors, you know what I'm saying? So I've always, when you said like you built your studio in the crib, this is my crib. You understand what I'm saying? And every apartment that I've ever had, I built a studio in the apartment and did that because it's nothing like waking up with that creative spark and just being able to go and press record and you feel me? Like you said, if you gotta get dressed, 3 in the morning. If you gotta get dressed, get in your car, call a cab, like you said, try to find it, you lose that shit. But when you could wake up, go right into your music room and press go, that's the best shit right there, man.
But
I'm gonna tell on Cuzzo. Go ahead, Cuzzo. You better tell him. I'm gonna tell on you.
By the way, I just want to quickly say thank y'all for the 5 mics inspiration. If y'all see some cards with the name Madness and Bad Chad and Massacre, just know that that's a love letter from 5 mics to y'all. Okay.
Yo, wait. So I got one request, right? So we got, ladies and gentlemen, be clear, we got the cards, right? But I don't want to open mine though, right? You know why? You know why? Because I feel like these shit's gonna be classics, and you know, with classics, especially with cards, I used to collect cards. The most pristine order they in is worth the most value. So all I say is, if you do create those cards, could you possibly give it to us in a seal pack so I could actually keep it? And I need you to autograph it for me too, so that you know what I'm saying? Man, I would love that, man.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna ask something crazier, not as easy.
Nah, that's it, bro. Because that shit means something, bro. And you know, we could pass this down to our kids, and like you know. And they could see like, yo, Pops was really doing his thing. You know what I mean? So we appreciate you even thinking of us like that, man, for real.
A lot of people say they're going to send stuff and don't send it.
That's a fact.
Keep it in the beans. We keep it in the 100 line.
That's a fact.
Really? Oh.
Yeah. We've experienced everything. You never know. It's all love, but we just experience everything. If you're going to do it, you're going to do it. If you don't, you don't. It's all good. It's all love.